Happy birthday, America! We are going to be making an Eco Resin tray, and we're using red, white, and blue. Hi friends, it is Sandy with Two Fat Birds Creative. Welcome back. Welcome to if you've never been here before. And today we are going to celebrate America's 250th birthday celebration. We are a young country comparatively to many others. So what am I doing? I am mixing up some Resincrete here. I've got this little tiny whisk here, trying to get all that powder blended in. Now Resincrete is a 10-to-3, so 10 parts powder to 3 parts water. Now I'm going into the edges, the bottom edges of that cup where my powder likes to just stick. And I'm making sure I'm getting in there and getting all, see those clumps of powder, making sure I'm getting it all mixed in together. And we'll do this for a little while. Keep going at it and smushing it up and taking my little whisk here until I feel that it is all set. Now, I am not recalling the exact measurements I made here, but I think it was about 400 grams of powder, and that would be to 120 grams of water. Now let's get our mold over here. You can see I've got a little styrofoam piece moved into there, placed in there. It's to try to keep it up. I've noticed it's been sinking down. Doesn't really work too great because my little styrofoam piece is a little warped, but hey, I do what I can do, right? So I've grabbed red, and this is just a water-based pigment that I got off of Temu. So I'm just dropping a few little drops of red in here, and then I've also got blue, and we'll drop a few in there, and we're just going to give it a couple swirls and just get a nice marbly look going. You can see that blue one, that is from Resincrete. That is one of their actual water-based pigments. It's from JDiction, not Resincrete. It's one of their water-based pigments to use with Resincrete. Let's grab some more of this red. Definitely want it to show up in here. So this is just a really simple marbling. And now, scrape off our little spatula there and just pour it directly into our little tray. No rhyme, no reason, just pouring it all in there. Filling it up to the top. And I've got extra, so I will go ahead and put that into my little pot here. I don't know what kind of pot you call this. It's like a little satchel bag, money bag pot. I don't know. It's one of my favorite ones. I don't really know what it's called. I got it off of Temu. Just like I got the rectangle mold off of Temu as well. A little hard bit in there, probably because I keep reusing this cup. I try to clean it out over and over, but sometimes little bits come off that I didn't know were there. And then we'll just keep pouring it all into our mold. And you can see sometimes there are little clumps of powder that continue to pour out like that right there. It just means I did not get that mixed in as much as I tried. I didn't get mixed in. A trick that you can do with that is to sift your eco powder mixture first. That does help with removing those clumps that somehow just never want to seem to get fully dissolved. But don't use that sift or their whisk for food after using this anymore, just to be on the safe side. And now let's give our little table a tap here. Tapping to help get rid of little bubbles. I'm just moving my leveling table. Probably not the best thing to do to keep it level. I probably should have just done it from the the curing machine tray that it's sitting in. So yeah, just pressing all around, flicking the mold, just trying to get those bubbles to come up from around the edges. Well, everybody, we are set to demold. This is really quick. This stuff cures up really quickly. Now, I did have some overage there along the edges of our mold, so I'm just trying to flick them away. Trying to get my nail underneath there so I can just kind of get under there and then finally pull it away from the piece without gouging it with my nails. This actually is not so hard to demold. You can see right there. Then just pull it up and over that lip of the jar. I just think this is such a cute little jar. And there is our marbled red, white, and blue. The red seemed to disappear a bit, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and demold our rectangle. Flip our mold right way. And flipping, and there we go. There is our lovely red, white, and blue marbled or swirled tray. Now I am grabbing my deburring tool so I can go after all that overage on the edges of this tray. And we'll get that off there. And we have a couple more, so sit back while we make those other couple. All right, take two. Now this time you get to see me measuring. And I, again, am using, what am I using in this one? I think this is actually the Bond Crafter Eco Resin, because I still had some more in the bag to use. And you can see on my scale, I am measuring it. It is in grams. And I think I'm going to go to 300, possibly 400. Yep, we're going to keep going. Or maybe I'm going to 350, just emptying out the bag. Oh, no. There we go. Nearing 400. A little bit more. There we go. 400. Okay, 403. Not a problem. So there we go. That one's all measured. And now we're going to use 120 grams of water. So we're going to tar our scale back to 0 and just pour in our water till we reach 120. Or a little bit over, which I don't mind. It makes it a little bit thinner and not so thick. And that also helps get in all the edges and help reduce some of those bubbles. And now it's stir time. We'll go ahead and fast forward through this. Since you've already seen me do it once, I could also just skip over it. Let's just skip over it and get to the pouring or coloring portion. And we are back. We are mixed up. We're using that same red and the same blue again. Again, just drop, 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 drop with the red. And then we'll drop, 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 to drop, drop with the blue. And swirly, swirly, swirl. And now our swirling is done. And I have flicked some resin already onto the piece, but that's okay because it's still blue. And again, we are just pouring it on. No rhyme, no reason, just pouring it randomly, letting it do its swirliness all on its own. And again, we will pour the remainder into our little, little jar. I'm going to call it a money bag jar. As you can see, I added some additional color in there because it was getting a little lacking in the color department. And so we'll grab that little mold and pour the remainder into it. And now I'm just scraping down the remnants of what is left in our container here, just so I can try to top off the rest of this mold. And now, because I overfilled our little rectangle tray here, I'm just grabbing some of that overfilled bits to save it and put it into our little money bag mold. Just to top the little bit off there at the top. It's just a little short because I overfilled on the rectangle. Just trying to get as much of it as I can out. And we're going to go with that. It is just slightly under, and that is not going to make a huge deal. And again, we tap, 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 tap. And stick your finger in it. Stick both fingers in it. Make a mess, because if you're not making a mess, are you crafting? And wiping down our hands. Reduce my mess, but I think I just make more of a mess anyways, so we will skip the rest of this section. Oh, I'm picking up some of that spilled over the edge part, trying to save it, trying to get it into here and save it. Anyways, we'll skip over this part and get to the demold. So we are back for demold, and you can see I ended up making a few more pieces. This is just a light base. You stick a light in it and you can put other things on it. And then I made this little star flower in red, white, and blue as well. And there she is. No bubbles, so she's all pretty. And now our little money bag pot. Flip your molds right way back so that they can be good the next time you want to go and use them. And there is our second little red, white, and blue jar. Maybe a little bit purple in there if those red and blue blended together. And so there next is our rectangle. And ta-da! There is this one. This one looks more like a tie-dye one to me. And, you know, just easy to pull off that over pour. I will also get the deburring tool out for this one and run it along those edges as well. Now it's bubble fixing time. So you can see I just have a little bit of our Eco Casting powder. Just adding little hints of water and powder until I get it to a good paste-like consistency to be able to fill the little holes in on our pieces. And I'm pouring off some of that water because I put way too much in there. I still have way too much in there. Trying to pour off a little bit more, get it all mixed together. Sorry, I'm not really in the camera shot. Again, my awesome videography skills. Going to get a little bit more powder and put in there. You do need a pasty-like consistency, so it's going to stay in the holes and not drip out. All right, just adding little bits more of powder in here just to still get it nice and paste-like. And we are just about there. And while I'm doing this, I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to my subscribers. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who returns and watches my videos, especially those who watch it to the end, because that's what YouTube is looking at, and looking at those returning people watching my videos. So I greatly appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, think about it. It is absolutely free for you to do so. Just click the subscribe button down below, or point your camera at your camera phone at the QR code on the screen, and you can wow, I'm losing my words. You can subscribe that way. Wow, that totally blanked there. So I'm getting it further and further closer to that consistency that I am looking for. And I just ended up making a second batch here. I'm trying to pull out any leftover powder bits from the other one. Anywho, so thank you again to all my subscribers. Thank you to my members, Nerd Goblin Art, Lady in Resin, and Silverstorm 6058. I greatly appreciate you guys too. And if you're interested in memberships, click the join button down below. It is $3.99 a month. Everything made through there goes right back into the channel, as does the Buy Me a Coffee or my Amazon wish list, which is down in the description. You can see I'm taking that paste and I'm just going over my tiny little air bubble pockets there, smoothing it out, making it all nice and smooth so that you never even know that they are there. This is again why it needs to be a more paste-like consistency, so that it's not spilling out of the holes and it's going to stay in place. And then if you can make it too big, you can also just file it down with a little sandpaper later. What I do off camera, I do take my Clark's Stone and Concrete wax. It's a lovely citrusy smell. And I do give this, all the pieces a wax. I just take some of the wax and rub it all over the pieces with a sponge, and then let it sit there for 5-10 minutes, and then buff it all off. It just takes the extra wax that's sitting there, pulls it off, and leaves what is just needed. And that gives it a nice little barrier, because you don't want to use these around a lot of water. And if you were to use them around a lot of water, you should really move to a sturdier sealant, not wax, but maybe like some sort of varnish sealant if you're going to be using them around water. But wax does a good job, and it makes it super satiny smooth. With that, I do have discount codes down below in my description if you are so interested. Just go ahead and use those. They are there to save you some money on your orders. You won't save tons, but you'll save a few pennies here or there, and every few pennies here or there definitely helps, doesn't it? Especially in these current times. Again, I want to thank everybody, and happy birthday, America, and stay tuned for the beauty shots coming up. And I'll see you on the next one. You guys take care. Bye-bye.
A drip, a drop, a dash of hue. I craft, I dream, the world feels new. I prove that birds create.